Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion time. We're back to Primal Origin, and if you look right, then here you can see sort of a vague, blurred image of the cover card. And we already know what that is. It's number 62, Galaxy Ice Prime Photon Dragon. Now, I did in a Yu-Gi-Oh! News video, I believe, already cover the support that's going to come from many archetypes in the form of one card each, like Dark World, Gusto, Kokimeru, many archetypes getting support. But a good amount of cards have been revealed, including a new archetype, that is the artifacts, which are very interesting, but I may cover that in a different video. Right now, I want to focus on two cards, one in particular, and that is the cover card for this. Now, I could just cover all of the Galaxy support, because there's a good amount that's been revealed in the last few days. But if I go over all of them in a discussion video, then that would take far too long. Just look at my first news video for Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. That took way too long. Now, if you want me to just make a Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video on like a certain archetype or a certain group of cards within a pack or whatever, that would take long, but you wouldn't mind having it be a long video, then let me know and I may do it in the future. But otherwise, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion, I'll usually just focus on a select few. So, here we go. Aro. Number 62. Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. And it looks pretty fancy, too. Yay for me using the word fancy again. Yeah, it definitely looks like Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, but then upgraded. It has like the tail that's sort of like Tachyon Dragon, but then the blue of Galaxy Eyes. It is a rank 8 Xyz, which I kind of expected. Probably Kite's going to summon it with Galaxy Eyes in the anime. And since there's a good amount of a good amount of cards that support the Galaxy archetype, I'm going to assume that most of them will actually be used in the anime, like starting upcoming Sunday and then the Sunday after in the Duel of Kite versus Mizel. A good amount of them will probably be used. And I can definitely see some really cool combos in them. I'm going to just go over this card right now, Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon, and then name one of the Galaxy supports, and I'm going to stick to that. If you want to hear the rest, let me know. So, it is a light dragon type Xyz monster, rank 8, 4,000 attack, 3,000 defense, 2 level 8 monsters, so it's generic and get 4,000 attack, that's nice. Once per damage calculation in either player's turn, if this card battles, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, and this card gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all phase-up Xyz monsters currently on the field times 200 during damage calculation only. Would be really bad if I said 2,000, but it's 200. Prime Photon Dragon is an Xyz monster itself, rank 8. So using its effect, that's plus 1,600. That's already 5,600. And it just says once per damage calculation if this card battles. It doesn't say if this card battles an opponent's monster. So if it's a direct attack, still 5,600. Ooh. Powerful. If this card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect while it has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as its Xyz material, you can activate this effect, special summon this card during your second standby phase after activation, and if you do, double its attack. 8,000. If this card does not have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as an Xyz material, any battle damage your opponent takes from attacks involving this card is halved. So, for any of the effects, well, the first effect's the only one that detaches, you're going to want to detach the non-Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon first. Galaxy decks, Photon decks, I'll usually have a couple of Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragons. You're going to want to try and, of course, Xyz this with Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Same with Neo Galaxy Eyes. This one definitely as well. You want to use Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as one of the Xyz materials, and then something else like one of the monsters that the monster that I'm going to talk about in a second. You detach the other guy, so that would it get destroyed, it still has Galaxy Eyes, so you can just do that. Because if you detach Galaxy Eyes first, or you don't summon it with Galaxy Eyes, it's still a very powerful monster. It still gets the first effect, getting it to at least 5,600, and it can be used during either player's turn as well, so that's really cool. If it doesn't have Galaxy Eyes yet, the damage is halved, which I guess is Yeah, it doesn't make it as good if you just don't summon it with Galaxy Eyes. But so in that sense, that first part is sort of nerfed. But you'll usually summon it with Galaxy Eyes. That's how Galaxy and Photon players will set it up. But I believe that effect is mostly there for the second effect, because you can just summon it back 2 turns later during the standby phase and double its attack, which gets it to 8,000. That would be too broken if we could just keep that attack. So that's why the battle damage is halved, and you can just do that. Although there might be some kind of effect. I'm thinking, is there a burn card that takes your monster's attack and deals it to the opponent, and then that monster doesn't attack or something? I know there's a card that if the deals damage to the opponent equal to the attack of the monster they control. Like you want to get Grinder Golem or Lava Golem in their field, but I wonder if there's a card like that for your own field. Don't remember. Anyway, so I can definitely see the use in this card. I really like the card. I really like the design. Looks really cool. And it's generic as well. So 4,000 attack, 2 level 8s. I can see this being used, especially Photon decks, a couple of new Galaxy supports. So we're gonna see after Primal Origin has been released, we're gonna see some more use for Galaxy and Photon. I don't expect it to be too much, but especially on like DN and stuff, we're gonna see some more Galaxy and Photon for the first couple of weeks. Now, one other card I want to focus on is Galaxy Tyranno. When I first saw this name, I was like, what, a Galaxy Tyranno? But it kind of looks cool. It's what I would expect Galaxy Tyranno to look like. It's a Tyranno, but then with like the Galaxy-ish armor that like Galaxy Wizard and stuff has. It's level 8, light dinosaur type, 2,000 attack, 0 defense. So in that sense, it's not very good, but it's all about its effect. When a Galaxy monster you control is targeted for an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-up defense position. So Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Galaxy Wizard, but you mostly want Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. That's also the sort of the combo-ish thing that I was talking about here. Have Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon on the field, and your opponent, let's say your opponent has something that's slightly stronger, possibly due to a card effect, and it attacks Photon Dragon. Now here comes Galaxy Tyranno. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is a Galaxy monster. It's targeted for an attack, so you special summon Galaxy Tyranno in face of defense. When you do, trigger effect number 2 from Tyranno. You can Xyz summon a Galaxy Xyz monster using Galaxy monsters you control only. It doesn't work with Photon monsters. Cards like Photon Kaiser are not going to work, so you really want to focus on the Galaxy monsters, like Galaxy Knight, for example. And of course, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Now, when you have 3 monsters, you can also go for Neo Galaxy Eyes if you want. But Galaxy Tyranno is just like, oh, you attack my Photon Dragon? Okay, Galaxy Tyranno, boom, Xyz. Prime Photon. And would the opponent for some reason then still attack you, you have that first effect from Prime Photon that can just increase its attack to at least 5,600 if the opponent doesn't already have an Xyz monster to boost the attack even further. So, pretty good. There's some other Galaxy support as well that I'm not going to go over for this Yu-Gi-Oh discussion, but let me know what you think of this card. Of this artwork. Artwork's really fancy, really cool. I like the effect. I can definitely see the use of it in a Photon and Galaxy deck. Although it will, like at the beginning, it just started as Photon because Galaxy wasn't really an archetype yet. Now, like the Kaito themed cards are really going more towards Galaxy than Photon, because like pretty sure the entirety of the support that came in Primal Origin is for Galaxy and not for Photon. But it doesn't matter. Kaito uses Photon, he uses Galaxy, and Prime Photon Dragon looks really cool. I'm really looking forward to having Kaito use that in the upcoming episodes in the anime. He's probably going to have to use Dragluon as well. He's going to use Photon Dragon. Is he going to use Neo Galaxy Eyes? Maybe. There is a card that could definitely summon it. Although, no, he will probably use that one trap card for Dragluon. But anyway, I'm not going to go over that trap card right now. I'm going to see you guys later. Let me know what you think of Galaxy Tyranno and Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon. And I'll see you in the next video.